Good morning, everyone. Most of you know me. I'm Marianne and I have a son called Jason. Most of you know that my son was in a car accident when he was 2 years old. He was put into an induced coma and because he sustained a subarachnoid hemorrhage, he had to learn to walk again and his fine motor skills have never been the same. Jason is now 31 and he lives next door, which is fabulous. I've started giving him supplements each day because if I leave them with him, he won't take them or he forgets. So when he comes over, I have a little dish with supplements in it and I say, have your tablets, and he does most of the time. I just want to support his body the best I can, and our supplements from Partner Co are amazing. It wasn't until his father passed away at 59 that I started looking into the reasons why. I realised his father was most likely AuDHD and either hypermobile or had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. That started getting me worried for Jason because Jason's double jointed, he's always getting fatigued, he has panic attacks and anxiety, agoraphobia. His arm used to come out of its socket when he was younger, even before the accident. It came out once. And then when he was a teenager, and I think we were actually wrestling on the bed because I was trying to get him to get outside and off the computer and have some fresh air, and it came out again and I had to take him to the children's hospital. I used to think this was all part of his brain injury because a brain injury can create ADHD-like behaviours, focus, impulse control and organising tasks. But now I'm realising that the brain injury has probably exacerbated this pre-existing condition. The Partner Co supplements I've chosen for Jason align very well with what current research suggests for these conditions. Optimal M and V vitamins, the duo act as the operating system for Jason's body for someone with the history of brain injury, ADHD and hypermobility. These two products are particularly effective because they address the high metabolic and neurological cost of his conditions. Optimal V, for someone who's survived a subarachnoid hemorrhage and lived with ADHD, has a brain that is essentially high revving. It uses up nutrients faster than average to maintain focus and repair itself. Optimal V is packed with B6, B12 and folate. These are the building blocks for dopamine and serotonin. Since ADHD is often a dopamine deficiency or signalling issue, providing the brain with raw materials it needs can help stabilise his mood and focus. Grapeseed extract is a powerful antioxidant that can cross the blood-brain barrier. After a traumatic brain injury, the brain can suffer from chronic low oxidative stress. Grapeseed extract helps clean up the waste products in the brain, supporting long-term cognitive health. The methylated forms of vitamins in Optimal V are easier for the body to use immediately, which is crucial for someone whose body might already be under stress. Optimal M. Optimal M, the body architect for hypermobility. Hypermobility isn't just about joints, it affects the entire nervous system's ability to communicate with muscles. Optimal N provides trace minerals like zinc, selenium and manganese for hypermobility. These are essential cofactors for collagen synthesis, that glue that holds his joints together. Minerals are electrolytes that carry electrical signals from the brain to the muscles. If Jason's wiring was affected by the accident, having a full spectrum of minerals ensures these signals are as clear and strong as possible, helping with balance and coordination. resveratrol, and quercetin. These ingredients in Optimal M help manage systemic inflammation. People with hypermobility often deal with constant micro tears in their tissues, which lead to achy joints. These botanicals help keep that inflammation down so he doesn't feel constantly overheated or exhausted. Taking them together creates a synergy that single supplements can't match. Magnical D is another brilliant product. A brain that has experienced a hemorrhage and lives with ADHD is often in a state of electrotoxicity where neurons are overfiring, leading to restlessness, anxiety, and sensory overload. Magnesium sits in the receptors of your brain cells and acts like a stopgap. It prevents the brain from being flooded with too much calcium and glutamate, which causes that wired but tired feeling for Jason. This helps quieten the ADHD noise. Bioavailability matters. Many cheap supplements use magnesium oxide, which is poorly absorbed. Magnical D uses magnesium chelate and taurate, which are much more effective at crossing the system to support the nervous system. Magnesium is essential for the production of GABA, the brain's primary relax chemical. Good sleep is the #1 tool for brain injury recovery and ADHD management. Hypermobility or Ehlers-Danlos or similar joint laxity means the glue holding Jason's joint together is extra stretchy. This puts immense strain on his muscles and bones. Because his ligaments are loose, his muscles have to work 24/7 to hold his skeleton in place. This leads to chronic muscle cramping and fatigue. The magnesium and calcium balance in MAG-D help those overworked muscles contract and relax properly, reducing the risk of spasms. Excuse me. Vitamin K is a secret ingredient in the Partner Co formula. Without vitamin K, calcium can end up in the wrong places like arteries or soft tissue. Vitamin K ensures that calcium is driven directly into the bone matrix, strengthening the foundation that his hypermobile joints rely on. Vitamin D3 is actually a prohormone. It supports the immune system and helps the body absorb minerals. Jason needs to maintain bone density, which is often a concern where people with connective tissue disorders. For his specific history, taking these nutrients separately can cause imbalances. Magnical D is formulated with the correct ratios. Jason needs his specific version because calcium citrate is easier on the digestion and doesn't require high stomach acid to break down, which is great if he has any of the digestive issues, which he does, is common with ADHD or hypermobility, including silica and boron from sea ginger and acerola cherry, which act as cofactors to build the collagen his hypermobile joints desperately need. The inclusion of acerola cherry provides natural vitamin C, which is the primary building block for collagen synthesis. Because of the car accident, his body holds physical trauma, memory of that trauma in the form of chronic tension. MAG-D helps soften that tension while strengthening his physical frame. It's a difference between like a house built on shifting sand, loose joints, unregulated brain, and a house built on a solid foundation. Vináli. Many of us think it's just for skin or immunity. That's what I used to use it for, my acne rosacea. But for Jason's specific history, a brain injury, hemorrhage, hypermobility, and ADHD, it's doing some heavy lifting. Here's a breakdown of why it's a must-have for him. Since Jason's injury was a subarachnoid hemorrhage, bleeding on the brain, the health of his blood vessels is everything. Strengthening the pipes. Vináli is packed with high-quality grapeseed extract. This is famous for strengthening the walls of blood vessels and capillaries. It's like putting a protective coating on the pipes in his brain to keep them resilient. The antioxidants cross the blood-brain barrier to protect his neurons from oxidative stress, which is basically the wear and tear that happens to the brain issue after an old injury. Excuse me. For hypermobile syndrome, the collagen connection, this is where Vináli really shines for Jason's double jointedness and the arm popping out of its socket. Building the glue. People with the hypermobility often have faulty collagen, the glue that holds our joints together. Vitamin C and grapeseed, Vináli combines a unique blend of vitamin C as mineral ascorbate with grapeseed extract. This duo is the primary recipe the body uses to produce collagen. By supporting his body's ability to make stronger connective tissue, I'm helping his ligaments become a bit more sturdy so they can hold joints in place. For ADHD, there is a lot of emerging research showing that ADHD and brain fog are linked to low-level inflammation in the nervous system. Reducing the noise. Vináli is a powerful anti-inflammatory. By lowering systemic inflammation, it helps quieten the brain. When the brain isn't fighting the inflammation, it can focus better. I give Jason Vináli because it's the ultimate support for his physical and neurological structure. It's helping to strengthen the blood vessels where his injury occurred. It's providing the glue his double-jointed shoulders desperately need for stability, and it helps clear the internal static so his ADHD brain can focus a little better. Today, Jason is 31. His journey taught me that we aren't just fixing systems, we are supporting a whole system. That's why I'm so vocal about things like lowering inflammation, which can linger in a body long after trauma. Managing cortisol because our stress hormone is often the first thing to go haywire after a scare, and I know mine certainly did. I developed terrible acne rosacea, seborrheic dermatitis. It was the first time I was ever put on antidepressants because I felt like I was at a deep, dark hole. Recovery is a lifelong commitment to feeling like yourself again. So that's our journey. It's been a road of discovery, from hospital wards to DNA light bulbs moments. We can't change the past or the genes we were born with, but we can change how we fuel the future. I'm proud of how far Jason has come, and I'm proud to have the tools to help him keep going. Thanks for listening to my story.